today. Orioles taking on Cedar Springs. This is Adam Johnson with John Stowe. Getting ready to get into the House of Flavors Manufacturing exclusive pregame sponsor. Our executive producer, Thad Schenk, had a sit-down interview with Orioles head coach Chris Anderson. We'll get that going here for you.
Here with Coach Chris Anderson. Today is the Car Ferry Cup here in Ludington, Michigan. Coach Anderson and his Ludington Orioles have a couple of games today. They've had a great start to their season, it looks like. Coach, can you tell us a little bit about the start to your season this year with your Orioles?
Yeah, so far, we're 4-0. We beat a tough Fruitport team last week Saturday. And then followed that up with a win over Gaylord. And then this week we played both Cadillac and Coopersville. Coopersville also another team that is in our district, and got 2 victories kind of leading into this weekend. So we're off to a really good start. Defensively, we've only given up 2 goals. And then on the offensive end, I think we've scored like 21, so far. So doing pretty well.
Well, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit about today. I know this is the Car Ferry Cup. I know you have a team from Manitowoc coming over. We're covering the first game, which is against from what I understand, a very solid Cedar Springs team. Tell us a little bit about what today has in store.
Yeah, so last year was the first year we kind of started this little kind of cross-lake rivalry with Lincoln High School in Manitowoc. We went over there last year, so they're coming over. They came in Friday night on the boat. They stayed Friday night. They're staying again tonight, and we'll play them. And then to make it worth the trip for them, I just reached out and tried to find another team to kind of come up and play. And Cedar Springs had the date open, so I worked it out for them to come up. And I didn't really know a whole lot about their team, but then just watching their start, they're 3-1, and their only loss was to Forest Hill Central, who's probably a top 5 team in Division II, and they only lost to them 1-0. So this will be a pretty competitive game for us, and that's the type of thing you want here early in August to kind of figure out where you're at and what you need to work on and how to improve.
I know the season's pretty early, but what do you think some of the strengths of your team are this year?
We're solid defensively, but then also our midfield and our attacking group. We front to back are pretty stout. We possess the ball well. We can create a lot of dangerous scoring opportunities. We have some speed at pretty much almost all spots. And then our back line, we also have some size and strength. So, I feel like when I put my starting 11 out there, we're pretty competitive with anybody out there in the state.
Now, is this a pretty veteran team? I think a lot of these kids that I see on the roster have kids that have played the past couple years for you at the varsity level.
Yeah, we only lost 3 kids from last year's team, so all of them were varsity players last year, and then there's a couple that have come up from JV this year that are juniors. So, our whole team is juniors, seniors, and even the juniors have had, a year of varsity experience. So a very veteran team, and a team that, last year went 16-3-1, and lost to a tough Reese Puffer team in the district that we're in. So, they were a good team last year, and they're just taking off kind of where they left last year.
Well, you're starting a new conference, as is all the teams at Ludington. The West Michigan Conference we've joined. Can you tell us a little bit about what your thoughts are on the new conference?
Yeah, so for soccer, they didn't split it into 2 divisions. They just kept us all in one. So there's 11 teams in the conference for us. So we'll play 10 conference games. And based on the way we're playing and kind of checking scores of other teams and where everybody else at, we're right there at the top. North Muskegon will be pretty tough. And then, Manistee always plays us tough no matter, how good we are or where we're at. It's just that close rivalry game. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how we fare, but based on what I put together, yeah, we're right there at the top.
Well, that's awesome, Coach. We appreciate you doing the interview with us today. We're excited to see this first game of the Car Ferry Cup today against Cedar Springs.
Thanks a lot.
Welcome back to Oriole Field. That was Coach Anderson and his pregame talk with Thad Schenk. That was brought to you by House of Flavors Manufacturing. delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Orioles sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. Now heading to the starting lineups. John Stowe will take us to that. That's brought to us by PM Builders. Pure Marquette Builders, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. Pure Marquette Builders construct quality homes in West Michigan area. Looking to build? Give Scott a call to set up an appointment at 231-398-7463.
Starters for the Ludington Orioles. Number 1, Spencer Holmes. Number 4, Steven Stidham. Number 6, Alton Ryan. Number 7, Parker Went. Number 8, Nathan Wagner. Number 9, Connor Went. Number 10, Ibe Borma. Number 13, Lucas Peterson. Number 15, Mason Marison. Number 23, Connor Rudsky. And number 4, Kyle Went.
Beautiful day at Oriole Field. Got a few games going on at Oriole Field today. Today is the kickoff. First game pits the Orioles against Cedar Springs. Second game is Cedar Springs against, I think it was Manitowoc, is it Lincoln High School? Coming across in the car ferry. And then the third and final game is the Orioles against Manitowoc for the second annual Car Ferry Cup. It's a very new trophy around the state, but it's one of the most prestigious cups that anybody can win here in the state of Michigan when it comes to soccer.
Yeah, what a beautiful day for soccer. I think the JV teams are playing over at the Bryant Soccer Complex. Is that right, Adam?
Correct.
Okay.
Both teams heading to their bench. Getting ready to kick off here.
We'll send it away to hear from our sponsors. We'll be back for the kickoff here in about 2 minutes.
House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
When you think about your banking needs, the first place that should come to mind is Safe Harbor Credit Union. We put people over profits and shows in everything we do. I'm Adam Johnson, President and CEO at Safe Harbor Credit Union and former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're excited to once again be the premier halftime show sponsor for the Orioles Sports Network. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, we always put the members first. And here, you're more than just a number, you're family. If you haven't experienced the credit union difference, there's never been a better time to switch. We value our relationships with these student athletes. You can find us in the stands cheering for that next win, or find us in your local classrooms teaching financial literacy. That's what we value, being the local financial institution you can trust with all of your banking needs. When you invest with us, all of your money will be invested locally with local decision making. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Check us out at our new location at 5511 West US 10 in Ludington. We can't wait to have you join our family.
At Pure Marquette Builders, we build the home of your dreams without the headaches normally associated with home building. Fast, simple, and completely customized to fit your needs. Pure Marquette Builders builds beautiful modular homes in the Ludington and surrounding West Michigan communities. Please call Scott at 231-398-7463 to discuss your future projects. Pure Marquette Builders is proud to support Ludington Oriole Athletics. Go O's!
Hey Oriole Nation, this is Mike Benedict from Benedict Auto Center. We're excited to be at our new location on US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. We're just west of Amber Road. We invite you to come out and say hello, check out the new facility, see what we have to offer. We have all your collision needs. We have licensed technicians so we can get your car back on the road safely. Also, we're excited that we're almost 80 years in the business from when my grandfather and my father did it before me back in the 1940s. We're excited that we still keep the tradition going, and who knows what's going to happen leading into the future. And here at Benedict Auto Center, we're also excited to be part of the Oriole Sports Network, or OSN, as better suited by Scoop. And we look forward to being a part of this going forward, and are excited to be part of Oriole Nation. Go O's!
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S. and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables, anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Oriole Sports Network.
Welcome back to Oriole Field. About ready to kick off against the Ludington Orioles that are 4-0 this year, playing against Cedar Springs, the Red Hawks, who are 3-1. Their lone loss was to Forest Hills Central, 1-0 powerhouse. So it tells you something right there that the Red Hawks got a pretty good team, and Ludington is pretty much had a relatively easy schedule so far. They played a pretty tough Fruitport team, beat them 2-0. But this will be Ludington's toughest test so far during the season.
I know, talking to Coach Anderson this week, he has a lot of respect for the Cedar Springs team and the competition and the schedule they play, and he was looking forward to seeing where his team's at by playing a quality opponent like this.
I think the Grand Rapids area has definitely become a hotbed for soccer, and anytime you can play a bigger school from the Grand Rapids area, definitely test you and see how good your side is early in the season. Orioles are wearing all black with a little bit of orange on there. Cedar Springs wearing their white jerseys with red shorts.
Did talk to Scoop Hansen. He was satisfied with the level of orange in these uniforms. I know he had some concerns about the football team's uniforms up at Petoskey Thursday, but he did approve of the color combination here, so glad that he'll be happy with this.
As mentioned in the pregame, Orioles a pretty experienced squad with all seniors and juniors. A lot of those juniors that are playing have been playing on the varsity since their freshman or sophomore year and play a lot of club soccer in the off season. So even though they might be juniors, they're going to be very experienced and battle tested.
A lot of familiar faces and familiar names here for the Orioles.
Parker Went winning it back, number 7 for the Orioles.
A little different experience for the Orioles compared to the last time they played at Oriole Field against Cadillac. Ludington was in complete control of that game for as long as it lasted.
Orioles with a very experienced back 4. We got the Went brothers, Mason Marison and Lucas Peterson back there. We got some size and speed, the back 4 for the Orioles.
Those kids are strong too. You've seen them in the weight room all summer, and they're solid all around.
Good shot. Number 19 from Cedar Springs, about 25, 30 yards out, just over the fingertips of Connor Rudsky. Growing up, they called him Bear, so I want to refer to him as Bear, but I'll try to call him like Connor.
I remember when his name popped up on my chemistry roster, I didn't know who he was until he walked in the door. I don't think I'd hardly ever heard him called by his real name.
Big kid that's played a lot of soccer growing up, but also played some football last year and big hockey player, so not afraid to mix it up in the goal box for the Orioles. Steven Stidham with the ball. Him and Parker Went look for them to be in the middle of the field, try to make the Orioles go today.
A lot of speed up top for the Orioles. We saw that against Cadillac.
Early on here, Cedar Springs definitely handling the majority of the possession in this game. Orioles doing a lot of chasing right now. Redhawks doing a good job of just knocking the ball around.
Very clean touches for them.
Orioles definitely struggling to connect multiple passes together.
Seem just a little rushed with the ball right now. I didn't catch that last call there, Adam. I'm not sure.
Looks like it's going to be throwing Orioles.
Coach Anderson always says the ball doesn't get tired. Cedar Springs did a nice job of moving the ball.
eBay, the hat trick last game, playing on the right wing.
Boy, in the offseason, you have a hard time driving down the practice fields on Tinkham and not seeing eBay Borm over there practicing. Puts in a lot of time.
Well done, Lucas Peterson knocking it. Nate Wagner with the ball. Orioles again just struggling to connect multiple passes here. A lot of space for the Redhawks here.
Good pressure there by Kyle Went. One of those kids that's been back there for years.
he started as a sophomore, didn't he, back there?
I'm not sure
Now
if he
he's a
didn't start as a
senior?
freshman. I don't know if he started as a freshman. I know he got playing time his freshman year. He's spent a lot of time back on that back line on this field.
Connor, nice kick up to midfield to Nate Wagner. Great ball from the keeper playing it out of the box.
Just got past Nate. I think it came a little hotter than he was expecting.
Steven Stidham wins it for the Orioles.
Not surprised to see Steven getting in there and mixing it up. That's just the gritty way that he plays. Love to see it.
Parker winning the ball for the Orioles in the box. But Redhawks doing a great job of using the entire field here, keeping guys wide, knocking the ball back and forth. Very composed on the ball.
They're very calm, very impressed with the way they possess the ball. Pressure by Spencer Holmes.
Definitely won't miss Cedar Springs' goalkeeper today. Dressed in hot pink from head to toe.
Reminds me a lot of Aaron Johnson. Just, you want to make sure he could be seen on the field there.
He never shied away from those Easter colors.
Yep. Way to use his body there, Mason Marison.
Good composure back there for the Orioles on defense. Good switch for the Orioles over to eBay. Steven Stidham, head up.
I hear the players saying, keep it on the ground. I think if he had put that ball in a spot on the ground for Parker Wendt, Parker had a pretty good opportunity there. Quick throw in by Borma. Alton Ryan getting into the mix.
eBay turns a corner, nice cross in the box.
Spencer Holmes did a nice job of letting that through to Steven Stidham. His shot got blocked.
Well done, Alton.
Just missed right there. Not a lot of room to work for the Orioles against that Cedar Springs defense. Kyle Wendt plays it back to Connor Rudsky.
With Cedar Springs playing their home games on turf, probably playing here at Oriole Field on the grass probably is going to benefit the Orioles a little bit. Kind of a longer grass, a little slower pace. Probably help the Orioles out a little bit right now compared to the turf where it's going to be a much faster, crisper game.
Oriole Field looks great right now. You know, early season like this, about as good as the grass in this field will look this year.
Orioles doing a little bit better job of just possessing the ball, knocking around.
Yeah, they've settled down a little bit. Still making a few hurried passes to no one, but
A little under 31 minutes left in the first half here, still 0-0. Cedar Springs had a couple opportunities on goal. Orioles are starting to pick it up a little bit and had a couple shot opportunities last time down the pitch.
just misses there. Alton Ryan looking for Steven Stidham on the far side. Cedar Springs, after only scoring 1 goal in their first 2 games, you got to consider their opponents in Grand Rapids, Forestville Central, and Lowell. They scored 15 goals in their last 2 games, so they certainly, given the opportunity, can make it happen. Good step there by Kyle Went.
Glad to see the Oriole coaches try to pick up some tough non-conference games. Great opportunity for Cedar Springs to come to the Lakeshore and then also play a school from Wisconsin. So opportunity you don't get every year.
I think that's a thing as coaches and teams you have to do. You know, can't worry so much about wins and losses. Oh, good shot on goal there. First real opportunity by Parker Went off the goalie, out of bounds. First corner kick for the Orioles, but yeah, that's the way to get better. You know, you play your conference games, but you know, build your non-conference schedule as tough as it can and get your kids ready. And I think Chris understands that a loss, especially here in August, doesn't mean as much as the experience of playing this game.
Yeah, the football team the other day played a big school, Petoskey. The other day, Petoskey isn't a powerhouse in football by any means, but it's a big school. So you always like to see you play some bigger schools, some good competition earlier in the year.
We used to play, like the last time we played them was in 1994 there, and they're a solid school for us to play, and what a football game. Yeah. If people didn't get a chance to catch that broadcast, just a phenomenal high school football game, and very resilient group of Orioles to pull that one out.
Would love to see the Orioles try to get Petoskey on the soccer schedule on a regular basis. A great rivalry in soccer for many years in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, I don't know the last time we played them. I know you guys used to play them, right?
Yeah, last time I remember, Kyle Grzinski was a senior. Ludington did beat him 2-0 here at Oriole Field. I don't know if they've played them in regular season since then.
Yeah, it's the same philosophy: bring in good teams and play the best competition, regardless of the outcome. It's the experience of playing them. Well, I saw a couple of kids take a knee. I thought we had gone back in time to take a knee for an injury there, but just tying their shoes. Connor Went, just misses, looking for Nate Wagner. Picked back up by Alton Ryan. Back to Connor Went.
I think if Cedar Springs continue to play the long ball towards the Orioles, I think Orioles will be able to handle that relatively easy with the big back line. You got Wentz back there, can easily handle those balls in the air.
Oh, Spencer Holmes was making a nice run right there. He was going to be onside if he could receive that ball. Punched out by Connor Went. The Orioles can regroup here. Looks like our first 2 subs coming in for the Orioles at the next break.
Ryan Kandalak and Ryan Millspaw coming in.
I think. Yeah, only the Ryans can come in on this first substitution here. Unlucky for Stidham there, never throwing for Cedar Springs.
One of the first whistles of the game. Been a pretty clean game.
Yeah.
A little physical, but nothing too bad.
No, just what you'd expect in a quality matchup of opponents here.
It is relatively early in the day. Some of these boys probably aren't quite awake yet.
I know a couple of the ball boys out there can relate. They weren't ready for the morning wake-up call this morning. Good work by Bormer right there. Nice win by Alton Ryan. It's like Connor Went set to take this kick. "15 minutes in, still 0-0 here at Oriole Field. The first game of the Car Ferry Classic.
Orioles starting to string multiple passes together now. As they say that, they give it away. Mason Marison, another defenseman that's been playing since I think he was a freshman as well.
Come to Oriole Field now, you'll be greeted by the presence of Iron Man in the stands.
And a former Manistee Saints baseball player. Come get some autographs to famous baseball player from Manistee Saints, Jim Verdon.
Not sure how long he'll be available to be here, but he's here now if you can make it. Great talk by Connor right there. Everyone could hear that. He wanted that ball off the header from Kyle Wendt. Quickly throws it out to Wagner. Immediately pressured.
In for Cedar Springs, number 4, Nathan Brown, and number 2, Gabriel Harrison. In for Ludington, number 2,
Looks like eBay's coming off along with Alton Ryan. With Millspaw going up top, and looks like Parker Wendt going over to the right wing. And then Cadillac dropping in the midfield where Alton Ryan was.
Played out by Stidham, just missed by Spencer Holmes, back to Cedar Springs. Controlled in the middle. More pressure by Steven Stidham. Kyle Wendt's pretty solid back there. They bumped in. That kid went down, and I think it looked like a pretty clean.
21, like a solid,
right, no
solid
call.
kid as well.
Yep. Good clear by Connor. Went right there to see if Parker can get to it. Good. Keeps it in. Well, he did not.
21's only a sophomore as well for Cedar Springs. Hudson Pant. Big kid for a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. Good pressure by Ryan Candlek, who just entered the game.
Thought the referee's going to let that go on there.
Yeah, I thought he hit the ball first, but kick coming up for Cedar Springs. Cedar Springs plays in the OK Conference Gold Division. Most recognizable team there, Grand Rapids South Christian, so they're playing solid opponents all year long. They were 9-6 last year.
Great service in the box.
Goal kick coming up for the Orioles.
Beautiful day here at Oriole Field. Again,
It'd be
Orioles
empty.
against Cedar Springs Redhawks, still 0-0. About 21 and a half minutes left in the first half. Very close game so far, but Cedar Springs kind of taking the edge in possession so far.
Just unfortunate touches for the Orioles a little bit, and just a little bit hurried early on in the game. Again, Cedar Springs just looked very calm. Counter a quick throw by Rutsky there off the head. Parker went out of bounds. Quick throw for Cedar Springs, right back in.
Cedar Springs doing a good job of possessing the ball, short ball, but occasionally mixing it up with the long ball into the box. Connor, another great punt out of the back. Definitely gives the Orioles a big presence in the goal box. A lot of strength and size back there.
Unlucky right there for Parker Wendt, trying to get it to Steven Stidham. Stidham wins it back, drops it to Parker Wendt. Just a little long there for a sprinting Ryan Millspaw.
I think Millspaw is probably pretty happy that Connor Rudsky came out to play goalkeeper this year. I think wasn't he kind of potential option as a goalkeeper
I
heading
know
into
they
the
were
season?
grooming him last year and getting him reps and getting him ready to defend the net for his senior year. So yeah, he probably is excited that somebody else is there. I know last week we saw Caleb Sheldon in there against Cadillac for the second half as well. So I think Ryan's probably happy to not be in the mix here, to have a couple guys that can do it.
Plus, Ryan gives him some depth up top. Another field player Coach Anderson can bring on the field. Be a little bit dangerous up top. Good size, athletic kid.
He's a senior. He's been around for a long time. He's played in Chris's program for 4 years now, and he knows what Chris wants and what to do. Oh, good aggressive play by Ryan Kandelek there. Pressure by Spencer Holmes and Millspaw.
Ryan, one of the smaller players on the field, but definitely not afraid to mix it up and get physical.
I think that's been his story his whole life. Same thing in basketball. He's not the biggest kid, but man, what he gives with work ethic and
Great ball from
hustle.
Stidham to Millspaw in the corner.
Millspaw's got pressure. He's got Wagner to drop. He uses him.
Good touch
Slide
by
misses
Wagner.
right there.
Ooh.
Great opportunity created by Wagner there. Nice job of controlling and dropping by Millspaw to set that up. Let's see who takes it. Lucas Peterson? Nope, Steve Stidham's going to step to this. Mason.
Right in the corner of the 18-yard box.
Mason Marison's up at midfield here.
Dangerous spot here for the Orioles. Let's see if they...
A little heavy from Wagner right there. Orioles lose it. See if Kyle Wendt can keep it in to Connor Wendt. Connor Wendt just loses it unlucky. Another throw in for Cedar Springs.
Ooh, good through ball to 21.
Yep.
Easy ball for Rudsky.
Yeah. Connor Wendt was chasing there, but they definitely had a clean look right there.
Another 50, 60-yard punt from Rudsky getting it out of the goal box for Orioles.
Yep. I like the idea of Wagner right there, just off a little bit.
Good touch by Wendt.
It's hard to outkick Spencer Holmes with his speed, but that one was just a little heavy. Borma and Ryan back in the lineup for the Orioles. Looks like Wagner and Stidham are headed off.
With Mason Verstrat with the injury, just the one less player Orioles can bring off the bench, or normally he'd be starting on the wing, but I don't know if he's going to make it back this year or not. But just with his injury, it takes one less player out of the Orioles' depth chart.
Nice play by Peterson to play it off the defender there. Yeah, Mason's another kid that's been around. He's got a lot of speed and has a lot to offer here. So didn't see an injury update in the pregame notes, so coach must be playing that one pretty tight.
Keeper Cedar Springs, number 8, Gavin McTavish, and number 21, Hudson Pant.
Ball control.
Good switch by Kandelek.
Yep. I have to believe we're seeing a little bit more pressure, and a little bit faster pressure than we're used to, because we're still rushing some balls here that we didn't have to rush a week ago. Good run by Mason Marison.
I didn't see that Ludington Fruitport game, but a 2-0 victory against Fruitport was definitely a good start to the season. I'd say that Fruitport's probably in this caliber, maybe not quite as good as Cedar Springs, but definitely another one of those bigger schools, Division II, that we could possibly see in the districts later in the year.
Kondereski just got a hand on that one. It went over his head, a different angle, and that would have been very unfortunate for the Orioles there. But corner kick for Cedar Springs as a result. Is this their first corner of the game?
I think it might be.
I think it is. It's a little bit long right there.
High and deep.
Good run by Candelac right there. Make sure it goes out of bounds. Quick throw in for the Orioles. He's looking for Borma. He's got him. Off his chest to Cedar Springs. Back to Lucas Peterson. Pressured. Drops to Went. Kyle Went.
Good flick on by Millspa. Good. Good composure by Lucas. Good switch. Well done, Orioles, going from sideline to sideline. Good idea.
Oh, great idea by Alton Ryan right there. I think that guy blocked Spencer's view, so he couldn't quite see where that ball was coming, but could have led to a great opportunity. Still scoreless here, 13 minutes to go at Oriole Field. Game 1 of the Car Ferry Soccer Classic.
Orioles were the first team to win the Car Ferry Cup last year, I think going 2-0 over in Manitowoc.
Good run by Candelac there, just overran it. Big carry up the middle of the field here for Cedar Springs.
Borma tracking back, well done. Getting a toe in. Ooh. Dangerous shot there by Cedar Springs.
Yeah. Great job by Borma from coming across the field and tracking him down and putting a little pressure. Goal kick for Redskin, the Orioles. Good challenge by Candelac.
For Cedar Springs, number 3, Elliot Molesky. Into Ludington, number 4, Stephen Sidney. And number 8, Nathan Wagner.
Stidham and Wagner back in for Millspa and Candelac. Great minutes out of both of those guys. Putting Wagner back on the left and Borma back to the right where they started the game.
At the moment, it looks like Orioles going too deep off the bench. Red Hawks, I think they've had more subs than that come in. So as this game progresses and this hot temperature, we'll see if the Orioles can keep it up.
And again, the JV teams are playing today too, so those kids aren't an option like they are some nights when teams don't have a JV. And I guess we mentioned Mason Verstraet would certainly be in the mix here if he was healthy and available today. Great hustle play by Peterson right there. Popped out by Kyle Went. Pressure again by Stidham, who just re-entered the game. Connor Went, good. Clear to the sideline by Steven Stidham to the open hands of Chris Anderson. Good catch.
Looks like the JV team is up 2-0 at halftime in that first game against, I believe, Cedar Springs. We got goals by Alex Smith and Evan Erdman. 2-0 at halftime for the Orioles. So JV must be looking pretty good early in their version of the Car Ferry Cup.
That's great that they're able to play, and other schools are bringing their JV teams. So not that it's not a privilege for some of those JV kids to step up here and play, but better off for them to get the experience of playing a couple of full games themselves. Obvious fall on the Orioles there. played up. Connor Wentz there, lets it go, and he clears it to Rath Avenue right there. So throw in for Cedar Springs. Oh, unlucky there off. Kyle went out the end line there for another corner kick.
Great crowd here at Oriole Field. A lot of people on the other side of the fence as well, watching from their cars. Great day for soccer. And for those watching at home, we've got 1,300 viewers watching Orioles Sports Network from home. Thanks for joining us here at Oriole Field this beautiful Saturday morning. About 9
Good
minutes
grit
left
there
in the
by
first
Ryan.
half.
Ryan to control that ball back to Borma. Tries to play it to Stidham. Again, uses his drop. He's got Ryan again back to Stidham. Out of bounds. Another throw in.
This portion of the game is brought to you by Safe Harbor Credit Union, the premier financial institution in West Michigan.
Oh, good step by Wagner. Just missed.
Great ball.
Good pressure by Kyle Went and clean up there by Mason Marison. Stidham tries to get it to Wagner.
Good composure by the Orioles now with the ball. Knocking it around.
Again, Lucas Peterson, another kid that's played a lot of games. Gets the ball.
Good idea. Good switch. Just over the head of Cedar Springs. Great ball to eBay. eBay's cross deflected off Cedar Springs for a corner for the Orioles.
While they're getting set here, a shout out to Indian Summer Co-op. Indian Summer is proud to be a sponsor of the Oriole Sports Network and all Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles, Indian Summer Co-op. Unlucky corner there for Parker Went.
In for Cedar Springs, number 12, Carter Sherman.
Shout out to Crown and Cork, open Tuesday through Thursdays from 4:30 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 4:30 to 10 p.m. Everything is made with fresh and, when possible, with locally sourced ingredients. We're located at 502 West Loomis, across from the Ludington Marina. Dueling pianos, once per month. Check our Facebook page for details on this and our specials. That's at Crown and Cork. Good step by eBay there, just misses, but good cleanup by Alton Ryan. Borma to Stidham. Can he control it? No.
Orioles trying to shield the ball there, and so goalkeeper Rudsky could get it, and pushing the back by Cedar Springs, pushing through the Oriole defender there.
You want your kids to go and challenge that in that situation, and
again, sophomore Hudson Pant, number 21 up there, seems to be kind of their target man that they're trying to play the ball to, but he's definitely has his hands full up there with the solid back line of the Orioles.
And it looks like Kyle Wentz in his hip pocket today, and no one better to mark on that back row than Kyle Wentz. Quick throw there. Great pressure by Alton Ryan there. Just misses, but again, forces a pass it's picked off by Stidham. Stidham's looking for Borma, doesn't have him. It's going to drop to Connor Went. Connor
well done, not to force anything.
Yep.
Just knocking it around. Good touch there by Went.
That's going to be off Cedar Springs. This is going to be another throw in here.
5 minutes left in the first half, 0-0. Couple scary moments for the Orioles, but Rudsky's been solid in the back there, goalkeeper.
Smith and Eddy Insurance. Smith and Eddy Insurance, covering all of the Lakeshore, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith and Eddy handle all your insurance needs. At Smith and Eddy Insurance. Connor Wentz going to drop it back to Kyle Went.
Good.
He's got Peterson on the near side. Looked for Spencer Holmes, just a little bit off target there, but back to Alton Ryan. And Connor went. He's got eBay outside. Coach is asking for one more. And we poke it out of bounds. Another throw in for the Orioles here. 4 to go in the first half of the Car Ferry Soccer Classic from Ludington. Still 0-0.
Again, Cedar Springs playing a lot of short balls, but occasionally they'll knock that long ball up top to number 21.
Yeah, he
really
put a lot of
been super successful with that idea.
He made a good run there, put a lot of pressure on Went and Rudsky right there. So
Spencer Holmes coming back to the ball.
Ball went off his shin right there. Unlucky tangle in the middle. Back to Cedar Springs. Pressured by Connor Went. Cleared for the Orioles by Connor Went. eBay Borman making a run up the far sideline. Good battle with eBay Borman there to try to win that ball back. Loses it. Pressure by Stidham. Now pressure by Alton Ryan. Forces a tough pass.
Good win by Parker. Tough to see that yellow soccer line out there. I thought maybe the goalkeeper was outside the box here, but tough to see the box.
Again, they're looking for Spencer Holmes and a kid with a lot of speed up top. We just haven't put a ball in a zone where he can get it before the goalie does.
In the Cedar Springs, number 11, Morris Petrovic, and number 19, Gage Ingersoll.
Another deep shot from Cedar Springs, but knocked down by the Orioles, and they're going the other direction. Finally give Spencer Holmes a ball and some space a little bit.
Warma back to Holmes. Unlucky bounce there for Spencer.
Fights hard to try to win it back for the Orioles.
Good step by Peterson there, just short.
50-50 ball guard. Good hard tackle by Went, winning it back for the Orioles. Switch.
Oh, I think he had Spencer Holmes right there if we got rid of it a second sooner.
Oh. Ooh. A lot of action going down in the Orioles box. Orioles wanted a PK, but referee said play on, and the Orioles ended up with the ball with a great shot, but the goalkeeper made a save from Cedar Springs.
A lot of contact in the middle there, but again, we're not right there in the mix. He said play on, and the Orioles got another throw. They've got a rebound. And
less than a minute left in the first half. Orioles kind of picking up the intensity a little bit in the first half here.
Yep. You definitely feel the excitement and intensity when we got there. We had numbers.
Looked like for a second Stidham was going to be able to break through their back line and just got tripped up.
I think that was his argument. I think he was starting to break free when there was contact below the shin there and he went down. He
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that'll do it here for the first half here at Oriole Field in the first game of the Car Ferry Classic with the Orioles 0, Cedar Springs 0. Cut to commercial and head back to the halftime show.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh-pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S. and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
What makes great apple juice? Great apples. Who makes great apples? Easy. Michigan farmers. Indian Summer represents only the best Michigan farmers, and all of its delicious products are made in Ludington. Ask for Indian Summer in your favorite store now.
When you think paint, think Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects. With over 5,000 colors of top quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint, you are bound to find the perfect colors for your next painting project. We are your color match experts. LP&G can help you design your Pinterest-worthy all-glass shower enclosure, bringing a spa-like feel to your home. We cover all your glass needs with on-site service of broken windows and screens and custom-cut tabletops, mirrors, and plexiglass. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. Call Ludington Paint and Glass at 231-843-8250. Follow us on Facebook at Ludington Paint and Glass. LP&G is proud to support Ludington sports. House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
Welcome back to Oriole Field here in the first game of the Car Ferry Soccer Classic. All tied up at halftime here between Ludington and Cedar Springs, 0-0. With me is Matt. You already told me and I forgot. Cotto from Manitowoc. Glad to have you and your team here.
Yeah,
and your
good to be here.
Family. Tell us a little bit about your school and your team. And
yeah, Lincoln High School in Manitowoc. We have had a program now. This is actually our 25th season with a program, which is really great, and our first out-of-state road trip, which is really fun. We enjoyed hosting you guys last year. We've had some success over the past few seasons, some ups and some downs, but we've got a real strong squad this year. A lot of young players. Last year we graduated 12 seniors, and then 12 freshmen luckily came into the program this year as well. So a real young program, but strong, and we're excited to be here. I think it's going to be a real competitive afternoon with both of these teams based on what we've seen from the first half this morning.
yeah, I know Coach Anderson from Ludington had talked about Cedar Springs and thought they were pretty solid, and they've looked very solid and very poised so far here. Looking at your roster, I only see 2 seniors on the roster.
Yeah, and I think we only have 3 full on the roster, but one was unable to make the trip with us this year. So
how's your time been in Ludington? What have you guys been able to do? I know you haven't been here a long time, but
yeah, well, most of our activities yesterday were on the Badger, but the boys certainly enjoyed Badger Bingo and some of the trivia. They also, there was a Michigan girls cross-country team, so there was some diplomatic relations there on the way over
Absolutely.
as well. But today, after we're done here, we're looking forward to the picnic with the Ludington team, and then after that, we're going to hit the beach and probably do some mini golf and grab some ice cream and really just kind of wind down summer.
Some of the best things here in Ludington are the beach and the ice cream. Absolutely glad to have you. I'm glad that it's turned into kind of a cordial event between schools. I teach at the high school, and I know our kids had a lot of fun and did a lot of things when they crossed last summer. And glad that you guys could come back this summer, and hopefully it's something that carries on.
Yeah, no doubt. And as I was talking with the boys this morning, again, we want to go home with the cup for sure. And if we can have that kind of competition and it bounces back and forth, and I think that'll drive some of that continued relationship.
Yeah, and we had talked earlier in the broadcast just that, Ludington's tried to pick up some really good non-conference opponents to build your schedule. And win or loss, it's the experience. You like to win, but playing good opponents and playing good soccer this early can do nothing but help your team.
Absolutely, yeah. Winning's always feels better when you got that W. But when you know it's good competition and you leave it all out on the field, you can't have any regrets, which is what we're looking for today.
Tell me about your team manager. It looks like an important last name there.
Yeah. My son Jackson, he's a 7th grader, but he's been hanging out with the team, and the varsity team kind of adopted him. Matter of fact, they used him as a decoy last night to sneak out to go to the gas station after curfew. So a little bit of a double-edged sword there, but
so he made the trip.
He did, yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
Great.
He didn't want to miss it. He was at the game last year and really enjoyed it. So
yeah. Well, I mean, just a beautiful day here in Ludington, and can't complain. Sunny, pretty calm, and
couldn't ask for better weather.
Just great opportunity here, great environment to play soccer. So, anyone you want to shout out to? Anyone we need to say hi to for you this morning? They're probably all here, huh?
I was gonna say, yeah, everybody is here and probably not tuned in. But say hi to the broader community as well. We really enjoyed the welcome we got at the car ferry dock. A lot of folks from Ludington out there greeting us. So really just a big thank you to the Ludington community for the warm welcome. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a big deal for us. I think we want this to continue, and I know it's important for our community to be able to travel, and it's a special thing to take the boat across and do something with the team. It's always a good experience, win or loss. There's bonding and a lot more than soccer that happens. So again, glad to have you.
Sure.
And best of luck today.
Great, thank you.
Okay. We're going to send it away here. We've got just about 3 minutes left here. Coaches are still talking to some very attentive young man.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
At Pure Marquette Builders, we build the home of your dreams without that's normally associated with home building. Fast, simple, and completely customized to fit your needs. Pure Marquette Builders builds beautiful modular homes in the Ludington and surrounding West Michigan communities. Please call Scott at 231-398-7463 to discuss your future products. Pure Marquette Builders is proud to support Ludington Oriole Athletics. Go O's!
Hey Oriole Nation, this is Mike Benedict from Benedict Auto Center. We're excited to be at our new location on US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. We're just west of Amber Road. We invite you to come out and say hello, check out the new facility, see what we have to offer. We have all your collision needs. We have licensed technicians so we can get your car back on the road safely. Also, we're excited that we're almost 80 years in the business from when my grandfather and my father did it before me. back in the 1940s. We're excited that we still keep the tradition going, and who knows what's going to happen leading into the future. And here at Benedict Auto Center, we're also excited to be part of the Oriole Sports Network, or OSN, as better suited by Scoop. And we look forward to being a part of this going forward, and are excited to be part of Oriole Nation. Go O's!
Welcome back to Oriole Field. That was the Safe Harbor Credit Union halftime show where we had Manitowoc Lincoln High School's head coach, Matt Cato, interviewed with John Stowe. Great experience at the high school to come across on the boat. For the kids, spend a long weekend together as a team, stay in a hotel, across the car ferry. Hopefully nobody got seasick or get seasick.
Sounds like they might have a different return experience tomorrow. I hadn't looked at the weather, but he thought it was going to be a little windy for that ride back tomorrow. So, but again, all in the experience.
Couldn't ask for a better afternoon today for those boys. It'll be a little warm for them playing that midday game and the afternoon game at 2 o'clock against the Orioles.
Would you rather, Adam? I mean, so Cedar Springs is going to play back-to-back games here. Ludington's got the break in between. What, you as a player, would you have rather played back-to-back games, or did you like that couple hours in between?
Boy, I don't know. I think with the Orioles right now, only playing 2 guys off the bench, and I know these guys are young and in great shape. And Coach Anderson always does a great job of conditioning her in the season with these guys. I think I'd still like that maybe 2-hour break. 2-hour break between games. A lot of these guys are used to playing club soccer where you're playing multiple games a day.
Yep.
In tournaments, but I just think they're probably playing for teams that are much deeper, so those kids are playing full games. Like, probably about 80% of our starting 11s probably playing the entire game. So I think for Orioles it might be best that they have that 2-hour break. But I also think Coach Anderson was pretty smart scheduling Cedar Springs first and then playing Manitowoc second. I think with Cedar Springs being the tougher team, they'll probably face today.
Yeah. We had a nice run, pick up there and carry by Lucas Peterson, and just missed. Parker went, which looked like it was going to lead to something good for the Orioles there. Ball mostly been in midfield to start the second half here.
Orioles starting their starting 11 to start the second half here. In terms of strategy, I don't think Coach Anderson really is going to look to do anything different than they did the first half. I think the Orioles just probably need to do a better job of stringing some passes together. As John mentioned earlier, I think Cedar Springs is doing a much better job or putting more pressure on the Orioles than they've seen in their previous games this year. So just a little bit different level of competition, putting the Orioles under more pressure than they've used to this year. And I think it's just going to take them a little bit of time to get used to having that composure to knock a few balls around.
I was just going to compliment the Orioles on being a little more clean with their passing right there, and then we turned one over, but that they did start out nice and calm and very composed so far. So Connor wins the ball for the Orioles. Looks like Connor Retzky's going to take this kick. Again, still looks like Kyle went very close to Hudson Panther for Cedar Springs. Wherever he goes, Kyle goes. And again, he's a target there that the Orioles have to be aware of. And obviously, Coach had seen that earlier or picked up very quickly because he's been heavily marked most of this game. Far side, Wagner back to Parker went. Loses it, gets it back to Cedar Springs. Pressure there by Lucas Peterson. Cross to Pant, drops it back. Now pressure by Alton Ryan.
Good win there by Stidham.
Could hear Coach say, there he is. I think he wanted that ball out just a pinch sooner than it got out. And
good pressure with the Orioles.
Yep. Much better sequence for Ludington right there.
Starting to put the Redhawks under more pressure in their third of the field. You'd like to see the Orioles pick up the intensity a little bit like they did the end of the first half, but in this heat and playing 2 games, it's something you might want to kind of conserve your energy a little bit and not pick it up too early and wear yourself out, especially the Orioles playing with 2 guys off the bench right now.
Executive producer Thad Shanks thinks that kid's got to suck it up and play a little bit. He's not empathizing here with these kids. Oh, decleated right there was Steven Stidham. Does a couple push-ups to keep his arms fresh right there. Lucas Peterson sends one to Parker.
Great ball, good touch by Parker. Way to look wide, just a little too much on that.
Cedar Springs, number 7, Connor Hunt.
One person that probably won't be affected by the temperature and the minutes will be eBay. I've seen the guy on the track. That guy can just run.
He puts in a lot of time for this sport, man. He really does. A little grab there by by Alton Ryan. Good.
Well done by Connor Went. Getting a little physical there.
A little handsy there.
Crowd getting into it.
Probably couldn't have argued if Connor earned a call right there.
Intensity definitely starting to pick up a little bit.
Now we're going to get some talk tos right here.
It's number 8 from the Redhawks, Gavin McTavish.
I think there was a little jockeying and some pulling right there, and I think
he's heading to the bench for Nathan Brown coming in, taking his spot.
I think that third guy usually gets caught right there. There was some stuff that probably could have been called leading up to that. Maybe this little stoppage will let kids settle down a little bit.
I'm not sure the high school rules is still a mandatory 10-minute cool-off period, or does he just have to step out and then come back whenever the coach feels he's ready?
I feel like I've seen them sub them right back, that you just have to leave the field till the next substitution. Peterson heads it to Stidham.
I don't know what year they changed it, but yeah, there was a point where if you got a yellow card, you had to sit out for 10 minutes, and that was always difficult when you're in a tight game and it's under 10 minutes, and that person gets a yellow card and they've got to be out for the rest of the game. So I like the change where maybe to give the person a minute or two to step off the field to cool off if they need be, but I also feel like they probably don't need to come off the field. I think that's kind of up to the player and the coach to see if they want to get them off the field after they received a yellow card.
Well, fortunately for you played a clean game and never had to sit out, but for the other kids, I can see where that would be an issue.
Always kept a cool head. Ooh. Definitely.
We're not playing the ball as much as we were in the first half.
Physicality is definitely picking up here in the second half.
Great run by Spencer Holmes.
The boys starting to wake up a little bit.
Wagner's fouled there, set up a kick. I can't see that yellow line. I don't know where that 18 is at, Adam. He's clearly outside of it.
Up to play a short ball. Whip it in by ooh.
Unlucky right there. It's one of our better opportunities. Steven Stidham just didn't get much on it.
Good touch, though, bringing it down from his chest. A lot of pressure on the box there.
Shout out here to Lundquist Furniture. Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street in downtown Scottville, a family-owned and operated business since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist at 757-3368.
Good switch
there
by
Alton.
Alton.
Can eBay? Oh, right there.
Good idea. Good idea.
Oh, little grab right there on Went. He's still fighting. Right call. I think.
Yeah.
I think Parker got detained a little bit there, but that's okay. Shout out here to Urca's Auto Center. Urca's is Mason County's only locally owned new car dealer, serving Mason County for the past 4 generations. Urca Auto Center is your one place to shop for all of your automotive needs. Any updates on that JV game?
So far, I see is just 2-0 at halftime. I don't know if I'm assuming the second half is kicked off. Not sure if there's been a change in score or not.
I think Jack Smith would be listening today and firing updates here. A local Oriole fan.
For Cedar Springs, number 5, Austin Bryce.
Big cheering section here for Austin Grice there for Cedar Springs.
Almost 100% capacity here at Oriole Field in the bleachers. Not a seat left in the house. A lot of people sitting in the cheap seats across on Gaylord Avenue.
Stidham drops it to Alton Ryan, looking for Peterson. Good stretch by Lucas Peterson there to win that ball. More pressure by Parker Went. Barely nicked Kyle Went's hand right there.
Like a block punt there.
That was a pretty easy call. Connor Went. Picked up by Cedar Springs.
Cedar Springs doing a good job playing a short ball there, knocking around in their third of the field.
Yep. A lot of chasing by the back line of the Orioles right there. 10 minutes in here at Oriole Field in the second half. Cedar Springs 0, Ludington 0. First game of the Car Ferry Soccer Classic here at Oriole Field. Wagner's down, no call.
Tough to tell what he injured there. His ankle.
Looks like Nate Wagner's down. Ryan Millspaugh's coming in.
Into Ludington, number 11, Ryan Millspaugh.
Just limping, looks like ankle possibly.
I know he got tagned up right there, so he might have been kicked. I'm not sure. I know the Oriole faithful wanted a call there. Throw in here for Cedar Springs. Long throw off the head of Marison. Missed by Kyle Went. Marison left-footed. A little physical over there now. Mason's got to be careful in the box here. Good chase by Lucas Peterson. Now pressure by Steven Stidham. And
well done by Cedar Springs, not forcing it, just knocking it around.
Yeah, Ludington's doing a lot of chasing here.
Dangerous ball into the box.
Boy, very fortunate for Connor Went right there.
Orioles just struggled to get a foot on it to clear it there. Luckily, the ball rolled a little wide and
like a little miscommunication when that guy broke into the box there. We had a defender there, and Connor was coming out, and just got very fortunate right now. Guy's burying himself in front of Connor right there. Steven Stidham's there to alleviate pressure. Short off the shoulder of Stidham right there. Right to Cedar Springs, pressure by Borma. Millspaugh tries to poke it ahead to Holmes. Unfortunately, there was a defender there for Cedar Springs. Now pressure by Connor Went.
Oh, way to whip. Good ball in by Cedar Springs, but nobody on the other end of it.
McGee Insurance Group, your #1 Oriole fans. Auto Owners Insurance Group is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Visit McGee Insurance Group in Ludington today or at www.mcgeeins.com. McGee Insurance Group, proud to support Ludington area school sports.
With Wagner coming out, Millspaw goes up top, and then Parker Went kind of drops back into the wing on the left side midfield. So we got eBay, Alton Ryan, Parker Went, and Stidham in the midfield right now.
Looks like Millspaw and Holmes up top.
Good touch by Cedar Springs there. A little ambitious shot there from about 35, 40 yards out. Not a problem for Rudsky.
He switches the field on that. Finds Parker Went. Alton Ryan tries to get it to Stidham in the middle. It's blocked. Orioles get it back outside here to Connor Went. Looking for Spencer Holmes. Hits it, but loses it.
Lucas Peterson just made a nice run out of the back there, and Orioles just couldn't get it to him. I'd like to see the Orioles try to do that a little bit more often. Peterson, very fast and athletic player out there. So if they could, if their backs could start putting a little bit more pressure on Cedar Springs, I think just adding another man up there could put a little bit more pressure on Cedar Springs and become a little bit more dangerous for the Orioles.
It's one thing I don't think we've done very much of is put pressure on them. A dangerous ball right there. And we're going to get a goal kick out of that, but man, it just went wide left here.
Cedar Springs definitely been the dangerous team here in the second half.
Yeah, more opportunities and more quality opportunities.
Looks like second half of the JV game, Orioles still up, but Cedar Springs found a goal, and it's 2-1 Orioles.
Again, that game being played at the Bryant Soccer Complex.
Home of the West Shore Waves, Bryant Soccer Complex.
Ludington Soccer Club kind of rebranded, new logo, new colors, and kind of exciting time for the kids. I know they're excited for a new look and new uniforms. And
club that attracts players from Manistee to Shelby, so new look, new colors for all involved.
Yeah, it does kind of incorporate a few different colors and a different look so that it's a little more welcoming to kids outside the local community, even though we love those kids and want them involved as well. Connor Went has been busy this half. He has put in a lot of work.
Dangerous ball into the box from Cedar Springs again.
That was a good call. Parker was pulling a little bit. He got away from him and he grabbed a little bit. And I think that was a good call and a timely call here to get that one before there's any follow-up there. Let me see, Millspaw can pick this up. Just misses right there, but free ball here. Picked up by Cedar Springs, now to Stidham. He's got Alton Ryan back to Stidham. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it looks good. Leaves it up to Peterson, just saves it in here to Parker Went. Beats a man on the far side right there. He's got a running Ryan Millspaw. Yibe and Holmes on the outside, headed back for Cedar Springs. It's like Wagner and Candelac ready to come in for the Orioles. The first offsides call of the game.
Yeah. Linesman was right there. Looked awfully close, but it did look like he was about a half a step behind that back line.
subs coming in for the Orioles there.
Number 3, Elliot Molesky.
Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 1940s. Benedict's Auto Center would like to remind you to exercise caution on the road. But if you do end up with a scrape and a fender bender or with major collision damage, call Mike at 231-613-4111. Mike also reminds you that it is your choice when it comes to selecting a car repair business and that you can go where you desire to have your vehicle repaired. Benedict's Auto Center, now located at their new location. Oh! Is that in the box there?
It's tough to really see that 18-yard box.
Spencer Holmes there during that shout-out got a breakaway and got tangled right there, and I don't know. I think he's going to give it to him.
I think top of the box.
Top of the box here. Benedict's Auto Center now located at their new location at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Apologize for stopping that. That was one of the more exciting opportunities for the Orioles this game. Shout out to Benedict's Auto Center.
I really think that was in the box. Again, it's a little tough to tell, but I think the official sometimes, if he's not really sure where that foul took place, he's going to put it right at the top of the box rather than award the penalty kick. Went good strike, but puts a little over the goal.
Yeah. Parker Went had a good spot picked out, just a little pinch high on him. But we talked about we wanted more pressure. We thought it would be better for us to get a little pressure, and we've done that.
It was a great ball from Parker Went to Spencer Holmes, and Spencer had a great touch bringing it down and looked like he definitely had the guy beat. If he wasn't fouled, it looked like he was heading in for the goal.
Ludington Paint and Glass. Ludington Paint and Glass has been mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint, the local source for all your painting projects. Give owner Matt Ewing a call at 231-843-8250. You can also look up Ludington Paint and Glass at www.ludingtonpaint.com. Ludington Paint and Glass.
There we go, Orioles knocking the ball around a little bit. Good ball by Parker Went again.
Yeah, I'd like to see Spencer control that a little bit more. That could have been another good opportunity. Great ball by Parker Went. No surprise to scrums in the middle of the field. Steven Stidham there. Loses it, picked up by Candelac, now picked up by Kyle Went. Try to make a run right there. Wouldn't want to step in front of that freight train when he gets moving full speed. Long ball played into Rudsky there.
With Wagner coming on the field, looks like Parker Went moves over to the right wing. So Millspa and Spencer Holmes up top. With Candelac in the middle with Stidham.
You got to believe Yibe Borman is getting a break that he'll get back in here shortly, though, for the last 15 minutes or so. Oh, unlucky there. Ball still gets through to Holmes right there. Picked up by Candelac.
Good
through
switch by Candelac.
Going to earn a corner out of that, but that was a heck of a recovery right there. I thought Wagner was going to get an unmolested look at the goal right there. What was a very nice run and recovery.
Good pass there by Wagner or Candelac to Wagner.
I believe that was number 3, Elliot Molesky. Molesky, I'm not sure how you say that, but a heck of a play there to it still got a corner, but he did not give up a clean shot there. Played it short to
ball.
Peterson, back to Went.
Orioles haven't been too dangerous on their corner kicks throughout the day, unfortunately.
Great work by Millspa right there. The boxing out technique he's been working on since second grade is really paying off right now. He got lower and wider. Great idea there by Spencer Holmes.
And for Cedar Springs, number 10, Hayden Morris, and number 21, Hudson Pant. Number 6, Alton Ryan.
Alton Ryan coming in for
Stidham.
Stidham there. Again, 17 and a half to go here. You've got to believe Stidham's break will be very brief, but again, get him hydrated here and give him a couple minutes. Again, good to see some of the passing a little more aggressive. See Spencer Holmes touching the ball up in the box a few times here. Ryan Millspaw just a little bit heavy on that ball from Parker Went. Cleared out of bounds. Guess there's some discussion here about whose ball this is. Seemed to be cleared by Cedar Springs.
Got another yellow card.
You got to believe that was for arguing a call, maybe. I didn't see anything happen on the field.
Number 4, Nathan Brown, is the one getting a yellow card here.
Connor Went up to have a throw in here just outside the 18 on the near side. Looking for Ryan Millspaw. Heads it back to the middle, looking for Spencer Holmes. A little bit short, cleared by Cedar Springs. There to pick it up, number 15, Mason Marison. Pressured. He's got Kyle Went. Just misses. Connor Went there to pick it up. Pokes it to Candlelac. Candlelac controls, heavily pressured.
Good touch by Ryan.
Yep, pushes up to Parker Went. Parker has definitely taken on the facilitator role this half there and done a very nice job of trying to get other kids involved and made some really nice plays to set things up that haven't come to fruition yet, but we're right on the verge there. He's done a lot of nice things with the ball. Another throw in for Connor Went, number 9. Looking for Millspaw, headed out of bounds. Millspaw with the throw in.
Looks like Lucas Peterson starting to push up a little bit more on the left side. Orioles try to switch it around a little bit and get it to the left side of the field. Lucas is a dangerous player that just hasn't seen the ball too much today. Been very solid on the back when they've needed him to, but definitely one of those kids on defensive side of the ball could definitely become an offensive player with his speed.
Good strike there by Kyle Went. Sailed high, but you like what he's thinking. Very congested box right there. He had an opportunity and it went high. Good fight by Ryan Candlelac. Again, still pressured by Candlelac right there.
Forces the turnover.
Great hustle there by number 24, ball boy Austin Reed. A future Oriole, going to be an 8th grader this year. Great to see him hustling on the sideline. Who missed by Candlelac, but he gets it back. Looks for Alton Ryan.
Good switch. There we go to Lucas Peterson.
And he's got space. He sends it to Holmes. Holmes falls down, unfortunately. I thought Lucas had a little space there to run with it. Now we got Parker on the outside if we can get it to him. Good idea by Millspaw. Didn't make it through.
Good switch by Cedar Springs.
Ludington, number 4, Stephen Stidham. Number 10, Yibay Borma.
Borma in for Millspaw and Stidham in for Candlelac. I felt like those guys just gave us some really good minutes here. And hopefully we've got some rested kids coming on the field, even though they've been playing a lot. House of Flavors Manufacturing, delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports, producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com.
Well done by Alton, winning it back for the Orioles.
I wish he would have gotten rid of it right there. I think he had eBay on this side and Spencer in the middle.
With eBay coming on the field, eBay goes to the right wing. Parker Lacombe switches, goes to the left wing. He's moving all over the field wherever they need him.
Boy, Alton Ryan, every time he turns around, there's a guy in his face, and we're seeing that on the ball, on the body pressure quite a bit in the middle of the field right here. Great hustle there by Stidham. Forces a pass.
Sophomore in the back, in the up top for Cedar Springs. Good battle with Kyle Wendt.
I didn't see any disadvantage there.
No.
Two tough kids going for a ball. They both went down. I'm very glad, not to see a call there either way, really.
Good strike.
Good block there. Good solid strike there.
Good shot by Owen Peck from Cedar Springs, but Rudsky was up to the challenge. Pushes it wide.
Peterson got pulled there from behind. We're going to get a kick out of this right now. Great hustle there. Nice two-handed block. Glad he was ready because that shot came on very quickly. Spencer Holmes, can he get it up?
Touch.
He does. He's got Borma outside.
Oh, good
Great
switch
ball.
there to
He's got Parker Went in the middle for eBay. Finds him. Now he can go. He's got room to run. He's still on.
Good idea. Got 12 minutes left in the second half. Still 0-0. I think probably expect the intensity to start picking up a little bit. Maybe someone trying to find the game winner here.
No more energy to conserve. It's time to play here. A little long there. Connor was looking for Parker Went right there, just a little heavy. Good.
Connor, another
booming
kick. Good switch there by Wagner to eBay. Borma.
Oh, he tried to get it to Parker Went. He just had a lot of pressure right there. Unfortunate miss right there. Long ball. He's got Kyle and Connor Went there. Kyle with time. He's going to send it up the sideline. He's going to end up out of bounds right there. Had Alton Ryan running and eBay coming back for that. Pure Marquette Builders. Pure Marquette Builders, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. Pure Marquette Builders construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. Looking to build? Give Scott a call to set up an appointment at 231-398-7463. Looks like the boys from Lincoln High School in Manitowoc are warming up here on the sideline. That used to be bleachers back in the day there, Adam. I think that's where the middle school kids used to hang out during football games long ago. Just north of the main bleachers here. You can hear Coach Anderson right there, always coaching, always communicating. You can hear the urgency in his voice. Good pressure there by Stidham. Great ball. Parker to Stidham. He's got Borma outside. Spencer's running, trying to get a look right there. Good ball. Hey,
we're in a corner. eBay's definitely played some dangerous balls into the box, the Spencer Holmes.
Great sequence there from Parker Went to Stidham to Borma and left a great ball to Spencer Holmes. That defender, give him credit for hustling back. And anywhere but here, he got it out the end line. So corner for the Orioles here. Can't see who's taking it down there. Looks like Parker. Orioles are deep here. We've got Connor Went fairly short.
Especially towards the end of the game here. I'd like to see Kyle Went be one of the big targets on corner kicks, but he kind of hangs back. He's one of the bigger players on the field. I'd like to see him get into the box, maybe drop somebody back that's a little bit smaller.
Yep.
You got Mason back there that has got a little bit of speed, so I think they can afford to bring up some more bodies on corner kicks.
Mm-hmm. You look at our back row, a lot of seniors in that back row. Mm-hmm. If you look at a year from now, that can be a big change for the Orioles. Controlled here, no pressure on Mason Marison. Takes his time, catches his breath. Looking for Wagner. Wagner's got heavy pressure. He loses it. I don't think Nathan realized there was a guy that close to his hip there. Kyle Went, puts it into the Parent section. Safe Harbor Credit Union, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington or give them a call at 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union in Ludington.
For all your financial needs. Missed flick there, but still a dangerous ball. Cedar Springs still.
No one for Ludington was expecting that ball to get through there, so.
Good job by Cedar Springs by not forcing it, nothing there. Now they're putting it into the box.
Kyle Wynn heads it out. Borma's there. He's got a man on. Can't win it. Loses it. Picked up by Cedar Springs on the far side. Pressure by Borma. Now pressure by Peterson right there. And we're going to get a corner out of it, though. A little contact there, but.
Looked like he won the ball first and then carried through and hit the Cedar Springs player. Good no call there, but does give Cedar Springs a corner kick. Don't want to jinx this here, but neither team's really been all that dangerous on their corner kicks today. Orioles do have some big bodies, big goalkeeper in the box. Low, dangerous ball there. Easily cleared out by the Orioles.
Holmes
Peterson again on the making that run on the left. They just didn't look for him or get him the ball. Ooh.
I'll have to disagree with that call right there.
I thought it was at least a throw-in for the Orioles, if not a penalty, a push on Cedar Springs.
Yeah. I think you can live with a no call on the push as long as you get the throw out of that. But looking for Holmes again.
eBay's a little aggressive. A lot of his touches, he's looking to find a penetrating pass to Spencer Holmes.
Mm-hmm. Wagner's got pressure right there. Left-footed ball to Alton Ryan. Back. I was looking for Connor right there. Just a little heavy right there. Probably had time to settle that. Cross there by Austin Grice. Just didn't have anybody for Cedar Springs, although they pick it up right here. And they're going to be awarded a throw in here. Cedar Springs throw in here. 5:25 to go from Oriole Field. Second half, still scoreless. The first game of the Car Ferry Soccer Classic at Oriole Field with Ludington and Cedar Springs.
Like eBay and Wagner playing on the wings with Stibb and Ryan in the middle, and it pushes Parker went up to the top. You know, Parker's kind of been playing all over the field, playing on the wings, playing in central midfield. Now he's up top with Spencer. That's how the Orioles started the game. Two dangerous players up top for the Orioles. They just have to make sure they get them the ball in some dangerous situations.
Good pressure here by Parker Went. He's pointing at Spencer to take up the other player right there. Again, not a great kick. I give Parker credit for pressure right there. Pressure now by Stidham. Good body control right there.
Ooh, unlucky.
Unlucky.
Cedar Springs, number 24, Logan Johnson.
See a lot of hands on hips for the Orioles right now. It's as you alluded to, not a super deep bench he's playing today. Without Mason Verstraet already.
I have to imagine Anderson's going to stick with this 11 to finish the game, unless there's an injury or a yellow card.
Yeah. This is his core group right here. Good poke there by Connor. Ooh, good block by Mason Marison. He's solid. You hear that thing hit. Sounded like it hit a brick wall.
Good left-footed shot by sophomore Hudson Pant. Good thing the Orioles got behind that because it looked like it was definitely heading towards the Oriole net. With this being non-conference and kind of a tournament setting today, I don't imagine this game's going to go into overtime if it ends in a 0-0 tie after regulation.
Yeah, I wonder what the rules are, but you got to believe, teams playing multiple games today and trying to keep everybody on a schedule that this might just end as long ball looking for Parker Went right there. Good pressure by Parker. They're going to get picked up by Peterson now to Alton Ryan. Alton Ryan's looking down the sideline for Wagner, a little bit short, headed back to Cedar Springs. Dropped off the heel of Stidham right there. Picked back up by Cedar Springs. Heavy pressure by Peterson right there. He wins it. Spencer Holmes looking for Parker, misses him. Again, the Orioles not getting back to balls like they were.
Oh, Alton Ryan, good job getting in front of 21 and win that ball back for the Orioles.
You don't see Kyle Wendt miss very often, but he got it right there. A little tangle there with Lucas Peterson and a kick coming up for Cedar Springs.
With multiple schools traveling across in the Badger, with Manitowoc, Lincoln going across. I think it was their soccer team as well as their football team. I think are they the ones playing Mona Shores tonight? Last night I have to imagine that if he didn't already have it, Scoop Hansen probably has the Manitowoc football helmet.
He wants it. I mean, if he doesn't have it, he wants it. Add to his collection. I don't know where it's at right now. Turf Monster got that one. Parker looking for Spencer. A little off target right there. Cleared to the... Is it going to get out of bounds? It is. Throw in for the Orioles here with 1:45 to go. Smith & Eddy Insurance. Smith & Eddy Insurance covering all of the Lakeshore. A caring business, foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all your insurance needs.
Thanks for the updates by Jack Smith. Looks like the JV game ended with a 2-1 victory, Orioles over Cedar Springs. So good win for the Oriole JV team today. Goals again were scored by Alex Smith and Evan Erdman.
1 minute.
Dennis Jensen just announced that 1 minute left to go in this game. Big physical play by Kyle Wendt right there. Cedar Springs wanted a call. They didn't get it. Alton Ryan laid it ahead to a running Spencer Holmes. Missed it right there. Cleared out of bounds by Cedar Springs. 42 seconds to go. Throw in Nate Wagner. Quick. Off the foot of Holmes. Off his chest. Looking for Alton Ryan. Misses. Picked up by Cedar Springs. Pressured by Ryan. Sends it right there to a dangerous player for Cedar Springs right there. That is number 21, Hudson Pant. He loses it there, picked up by Peterson. He loses it, picked up by Cedar Springs. Crossed. It's going to go out of bounds with 19 seconds to go. It's an Oriole goal kick right here. Long toss on the far side by Ethan Sweet to the goalie. We've got 12 seconds. Connor does not seem to be in a hurry here.
Little shout out to some Oriole soccer fans watching. Brent Bowman, former Oriole soccer player and youth soccer coach. Susan Parker Johnson watching from Minneapolis, Minnesota today. And Diane Schenk watching from Ludington.
Cedar Springs 1.
No official word here. Kids are going to their benches. I don't know that they're going to shake hands. Shout out here to Lundquist Furniture while we figure out the path for the post game here. Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street in downtown Scottville. A family-owned and operated business since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist at 231-757-3368. Does it look like they're lining up here, Adam?
Oh, it does look like they're shaking hands here. Yep. End of the 0-0 tie.
Crown and Cork, open Tuesday through Thursday from 4:30 to 9 and Friday and Saturdays from 4:30 to 10. Everything is made with fresh and, when possible, locally sourced ingredients. We're located at 502 West Loomis across from the Ludington Marina. Check out our Facebook page for specials. Crown and Cork. Lincoln High School from Manitowoc. Their players are starting to take the field right there. As we mentioned, they've been warming up. They're ready to go. As Coach mentioned, they're a young team. Graduated a lot of seniors and just 2 seniors on the roster this year.
Pretty good result for the Orioles today, playing a Grand Rapids school that's had some good results earlier in the year. So Orioles going 0-0 with those guys. So a good result for the Orioles, I think, on this Car Ferry Classic day.
Well, you want to play good competition, and again, we've alluded to the fact it's not that important to win these games. I know the kids probably feel differently, but a heck of a lot better for our kids to play to a draw there than to play a team that's not going to challenge them or make them better. Shout out here to Ludington Paint and Glass. Ludington Paint and Glass has been mixing paint and service since 1948. A local store with more located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint, the local source for all your painting projects. Give owner Matt Ewing a call at 231-843-8250. You can also look up Ludington Paint and Glass at ludingtonpaint.com.
With Orioles in Division II and playing in the district in the Muskegon area, where they run up against teams like Reese Puffer, Spring Lake, Fruitport, a lot of bigger schools. I think this is a great team to help get them prepared for that. Even though we're a long ways from the districts, it's a good team to play against and kind of measure how good your team's going to possibly be this year. We're going to cut the commercial while we wait for Coach Anderson to join us up here after he finishes his post-game talk to his team.
House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
Welcome back to Oriole Field. Again, Orioles against Cedar Springs today, 0-0. A great battle at Oriole Field. It was part of the Car Ferry Classic or Car Ferry Cup. First game of today. With us is Coach Anderson. Pretty good result today. Again, we talked about Cedar Springs was probably your best competition you guys have played so far. You guys played a good Fruitport team, beat them 2-0, but I think Cedar Springs is probably on a little bit different level than most teams you guys played today. So today was a great measuring stick and seeing how good the Orioles really were this year.
Yeah, it was. I knew this was going to be a very good matchup for us, and these are one of the ones you want early in the season to kind of figure out, where are you, how do you stand. You can kind of compare scores, and looking at how Cedar Springs has done against some other teams. They played Forest Hill Central, who I know is a real top team in the state, and they're also in Division II, and then they lost to them 1-0. So, I knew if we could compete with this team and and have some opportunities, and it really essentially was an even game. So that kind of lets me know, hey, yeah, we can hang with almost anybody that's out there. And so there are a few things we got to work on. Maybe a little bit with our set pieces, but it's early in the season. You haven't put a lot of time in on those, and we had some of those opportunities. And that's what's going to be in the difference in a game like this is maybe just those set pieces, a corner kick here or there. Maybe a call that we felt should have went our way possibly type thing, but it didn't, and we didn't get rattled, and we held our own. So.
Yeah, it looked like from up here, again, it was tough to tell with the paint on the field where exactly that goal box is, but it looked like Spencer Holmes may have been brought down inside the box, but the referee awarded it outside. But yeah, that very well could have been a difference of the game. I think Cedar Springs probably possessed the ball a little bit more than the Orioles, but the Orioles definitely had a couple chances that could have won the game for them, but when you're playing in a day like this where you've got multiple games, where you got a tough team the first game, and then you sit a couple hours before you play another game, is your strategy any different at all in games like this where normally you guys play obviously one game a night?
A little, like I told the boys, and we have the advantage of having, Lake Michigan about, 2 blocks away. So I said, hey, here in between games, after you get a good stretch in, maybe go wade in the lake a little bit to get a little ice on your legs and be ready to go the second one. I'm not really playing differently today because that first game was one that I knew we had to go out and kind of play the way we're going to play, come postseason or whatever, and the depth in our bench, that type of thing. So our substitution, I didn't really want to change things up in that first game. I will, the next game, try to go a little deeper, give guys a little more rest here and there, just because it will be the second one. But the first one we really needed to, see what we were made of.
And you guys played Manitowoc last year. What was the score of that game last year?
So when we went over there last year, we beat them 3-0.
Well, and what do you expect this year to see from them? We did have their head coach join us at halftime. Talked a little bit about they lost a lot of players last year, but they did bring in a lot of freshmen. But what do you kind of expect to see in that second game later today at 2 o'clock?
I would expect it should be pretty similar, to what I saw of them over there last year. This is going to be a situation where it's going to be a little different for us. We probably are going to be the better team. So now let's keep our, effort level up and the work rate up and play the way we need to play to continue to be successful and build on, hey, really what we did in that first game, which is a lot of positive stuff. They had some opportunities on us and we, held them and defensively reorganized and kept them at bay. So it was good.
Great game, Coach. It was a beautiful day here at Oriole Field and a great way to start this Car Freight Classic with a 0-0 draw against a tough Grand Rapids opponent out of Cedar Springs.
Thanks much.
In signing off here at Oriole Field, again, Adam Johnson and John Stowe bringing you the first game of the Oriole Car Freight Classic against Cedar Springs. And that was the Smith and Eddy post-game show with Coach Anderson. Thanks for joining us today. Again, we won't be bringing it to you live here at Oriole Field, but later today the Orioles will be playing on Manitowoc Lincoln at 2 o'clock. Right now, Manitowoc Lincoln's getting warmed up to play against Cedar Springs, but later today, 2 o'clock, Orioles will be taking Manitowoc on. So please join us live, not here at Oriole Sports Network, but come to Oriole Field and support your Orioles.